Ladies and gentlemen, and there's Porter down here in the hospital district. Just want to give you a little footage of what goes on. Let's clear the air. Want to see what we see in the This catwalk is new compared to ones who have never been down here before they built this catwalk. This catwalk is probably like 6 years old now. It's not old, but it hasn't always been there. See what we see in the city. They got a cruiser here. I'm not too sure why the cruiser's there, but they have a cruiser like right there. It doesn't appear to be anybody in there either. So where's the person driving that cruiser? Interesting. So this is Francis Street. Take a quick walk across and give you guys a view of what goes on over there. It's kind of weird. Cruiser in the middle of the street, but no person to be seen. Plenty of cabs. Plenty of cabs. Not too sure what this area is for. Oh, appointments for testing. So this is the area for testing. So if you come to get your COVID tests, this would be the area where you would sit. But they even got signs on that say which one's clean and which one's dirty. So that chair allegedly is dirty, that one's clean, that one's dirty. Interesting. So I don't see the police officer that will be driving that vehicle, which is interesting. They even blocked the sidewalk for you. So this is the new building that's been up probably about, I don't know, I want to say about 6 or 7 years. It hasn't been open in a long time, but this is that building. It's pretty big. Not too sure how high it goes up, but yeah, go ahead. All right, not too bad. I'm gonna give you a picture of the sign of the building in a second. So they've got a couple of things they changed over the years. The valet section is still the same. 75 Francis Street. This is still the main entrance to the hospital, even though they still have 45 and 15 at the other end, but this is still the main entrance of the hospital. I think these poles are new too. I don't think these poles have always been here. I think these are new compared to what I remember anyway. Now this is what they call it, the Carl J. and Ruth Shapiro Cardiovascular Center, or whatever all that entails. That's a multi-million-dollar building. That building, I've been inside of there. It's a pretty nice building. So that's one of many things. Let's see what else we got over here. It don't look like Abba Pans in there anymore. It used to be an Abba and Pan years and years ago, right over there, but not anymore. They might put something else there in the future. Who knows? It's good to know that they cover their sandpipes. They're probably one of many people that actually do cover those. A lot of people don't do it, but it's good to know that the hospitals are exercising that practice of keeping those covered up. And they need them the most, trust me. Hospitals and high-rise buildings need those sandpipes the most. And that's part of the JACO inspection. I don't know if you guys know about the JACO inspection. The JACO inspection is more intense than the REAC inspection for hospitals. It's like Joint Commissions, I forget the acronym stand for, but it's basically hospitals from all over the world sometimes. They check and see if you have standard equipment to run your hospital correctly and everything is working properly. So JACO is a major inspection when they have it like once, I don't know if they have it I think it's once a year they have it. See right here they have the same thing. Most hospitals will cover their pipes because they don't want a failure. They don't want a bad rating for their hospital. If you want to be up at the top, you want to keep those covered up, and so a lot of stuff you have to do. This one looked like he's missing. Is he missing one over there? He might be missing one over there. Somebody could have knocked it off, but missing one of them over there. That's like a major fire code violation if the right inspector sees it and say something about it. So I just want to give you guys some footage of the Brigham and Women's Hospital area. Now, on the other side, to my left, is Shattuck Street, and that's the back of Children's Hospital. And if I look towards my right going this way, looking at BI Deaconess, I believe that's the West Campus onto the right hand side. And I think they're currently, let me take a walk over so you can see what they're doing. I think they're adding more to their structure. So in the next couple of years, they'll have another bigger building over there. Let's take a quick, it can't hurt to take a quick walk down here real quick. This is what they call the hospital district. Most of the hospitals are in this area here. You got Dana-Farber, which I believe is, I think I'm right next to Dana-Farber. Right on the right hand side of me is Dana-Farber. I believe so. Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. You got Children's Hospital, BI Deaconess. You got Children's Hospital, and Brigham and Women's. So those are the major hospitals in this area. We also have New England Baptist, which is up the hill. But in this area here, that's where most of the major hospitals are. So I'm gonna show you this building that they're doing. A lot of construction being done on here. See how high it's going up here. Corner of Brookline Ave and Francis Street. So if you look going up, there's a lot of work being done to that building there. I'm not too sure what height they're gonna max out at, but it's higher than the building next to it for sure. So fair to say they're gonna go up pretty high. And I figure within the next 2 years they should be done. It all depends on how fast they move. But I'm figuring 2 years. You don't want to rush perfection. So I think she's recording too. Everybody's recording. She's recording probably the same thing I'm recording. You ever record someone recording you, recording them, or something like that? I've done that a few times too. But this is 80 Francis Street, which back in the day we called this the Service Center Garage. I don't know what they call it now. It might still be called the Service Center Garage, but it says Brigham and Women on it, BWH. Maybe they call it BWH. It used to be, we used to call it the Service Center. I don't know if it's because, So this area is always busy, and it's even when it's cold outside, it's still busy. So I figure I'll come down here, do a quick walk around. If you notice, a lot of these places, this is not. Please, it says do not smoke in this area. I was thinking of something different. But so I guess they got benches here, but they don't want you to smoke in that area, which I can understand that. Matter of fact, I think the hospital has a policy where they don't want you smoking within 20 feet of an entrance doorway. Now, I don't think it's a law. I think it's a policy that they have in place. I know they used to always tell us that when I worked over here. Make sure no one smokes in front of the doorway, which is valid because you don't want like patients coming in and have to breathe smoke as they're coming into the doorway. That wouldn't be a good thing to do. So that's a very valid point. And part of it is they do supply you with a designated smoking area. So if you do want to smoke, they used to supply it over here on the West Plaza. I don't know where they put it at now, but they have a designated smoking area for people patients and visitors who need to smoke. They would provide you with that area. Now this right here, this building I think is owned by Brigham Women's too. It's built the same way. It's right next street down. That used to be where I believe Mass Mental used to be at. I don't know where they moved it to now, but it may not be there anymore. Maybe I take a walk over to that side and see that too. See what else we see here. Yeah, still don't know what happened to that cruiser with the officer that was supposed to be in that cruiser. He must have jumped out in a rush, and or maybe that's him up in front. But he left the cruiser in a kind of tough area. He left it in an area where it looked like it could possibly be struck or something like that. We call that the catwalk. That's the catwalk up there. That way you don't have to walk outside. Well, she's right in the middle of the street. That's not good. Well, he's picking her up in the middle of the street. That's still not good. But she was like walking like straight in the middle of the street, which I thought was kind of. You want to put a plug out? We want to say anything to about you? How you doing, my man? Good. All right. Be safe. Be safe out there. All right. Take care. You like the setup? All right. Check it out on YouTube. External Affairs.
What is it?
External Affairs.
Okay.
Just check out External Affairs Porter. You'll see it. All right, my man. Not too sure what they got going on here.
Yeah, stop shop detail. You can actually disregard EMS. She's all set. Okay, she's all set. EMS running in.
Not too sure what's going on with him. They'll question him about something. And it sounded like he said he's going to look for his car.
Bravo base, can I have the Bravo 102 into the house to see the DS, please?
I'm not too sure exactly what that was all about, but it sounded like he said nobody's going to stop him from looking for his car. Like, I don't know if he's looking for his car or he has a car or he's missing a car. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. So maybe that, I don't know the whole story behind that. There's a little bit more to that story than what we know. It could be anything. It could be a whole bunch of nothing. But it's interesting. This guy's putting signs on the doors too. I gotta go find out what he's putting on these doors. This guy in the yellow in the background. He's putting signs on all these doors over here. I'm not sure if he worked for a power company or something, but he's been going. I've been noticing him going door to door putting signs on there. When I walk across the street, I'm gonna give you guys a view of one of those signs what he's put up there. That's pretty. They got a pretty busy operation. Height limit 11.6. So if you're driving a truck higher than 11.6, don't go in there. My nanny.
Okay, but 11:46 and 11:46.
They're doing pretty good with the valet. A lot of people are doing a lot of valeting. I'm not too sure how much it costs to valet your car, but they're doing pretty good. Pretty busy hospital. A lot of cars coming in here. Seems like they're gonna have a pizza party.
dispatcher attention. 5. Highway 337.
It's pretty busy.
330 East 8.
Like non-stop cars coming in there. Non-stop cars. So she's pointing at me as if I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what she's pointing at me for, but not too sure. It's like non-stop cars coming in here. Non-stop.
Yeah, at 10 o'clock, maybe 11:55 but I would say, yeah, but, you know, I'm just, one said, starting my clock for that, and I got along with
A lot of cars coming through here. Surprised they don't have a detail just to do traffic alone. Like tons and tons of cars, all trying to come in the same area. They got a med flight landing on top of the roof. If I made $1 for each car that came inside here, I think I'd be a millionaire by the end of the year.
Charlie K1.
Vassar and Ripley with 1 Mike Zulu Harry 29, 1 in the car all set.
K1, I'm sorry, I have you off at Spencer Street. Is this related?
No, it's a traffic stop. Our MDT is down, sorry.
Alright, where's your traffic stop?
Vassar and Ripley, we're all set.
Okay.
They just keep coming. Cars just keep coming. They need a bigger parking space, parking area. Or it should be a pick-up, drop-off zone. This plaza is not adequate enough for the size of this hospital. What it sounds like, they're refusing him treatment in the hospital. I don't know why, but it sounds like they're refusing him some kind of treatment in the hospital. I'm not too sure exactly what it is.
I'm not the type of person, just like you guys, I'm not insane. You guys are not insane. I'm not that probably really wrong.
Charlie 425, requesting the code 10.
2510.
Charlie 905.
Charlie 905.
Can you just put me on the station assignment? I'm going to be headed to the patrolman as soon as possible.
Okay. Operation Survival 2-1.
It's like non-stop.
Continuous figure removal 516 Columbia Road for a homeless male sleeping in the first floor hallway there.
Got it, I'm out.
So it looks like they're gonna take him in. So it looks like they're gonna take him in because a hospital cannot refuse somebody medical treatment. If a guy wants to be seen in the hospital, you cannot refuse the hospital. So I don't know what Brigham and women, but I don't know the whole story behind that. I do know a little bit behind it, but I just don't know the whole story about why they were trying to refuse him. That may be something worth looking into, because hospitals, they cannot refuse you for medical treatment. I think that's a law now, that you cannot refuse them. Because years ago they would say if you fell on the sidewalk they wouldn't treat you, but a lot of hospitals be getting under a lot of scrutiny for that. If you collapse on the sidewalk, they're duty bound to give you treatment. Like they always say, well, you gotta call EMS. Why am I calling EMS if you're right here? You know, it doesn't make any sense. So, matter of fact, they're passing new laws now about hospitals where every entrance has to be accessible to emergency access, and you gotta have some kind of call box where you can call for help. Because I forget what state it was where a woman died because she couldn't get adequate help going to a hospital. And this happens a lot. Like a lot of hospitals refuse to take patients from the sidewalk, which they don't make that decision. The hospitals do not make the decision of who they treat, who they not treat. If a person is sick, you are duty bound to help every person that is sick, no matter what color, what race, what nationality, whether you're on the sidewalk or inside the hospital. It doesn't matter. That is your duty. That is your profession. That is your job. They try to make up these laws, but they're not even laws. They're like rules to the hospital, and they abide by these rules they're unjust rules. And they have the unjust policies as well. So hopefully Brigham and Women's and all these other hospitals straighten up that kind of attitude towards the public. So it looks like they're going to take him inside and probably give him whatever treatment he's looking for. Not too sure what treatment he is looking for, but hopefully he gets it where he's at. Maybe he's the officer driving that cruiser, I'm not sure. It's just sitting there. Now maybe he's not the officer driving the cruiser. Or maybe he is.
Yes, sir. 21 Senior Line Way, Apartment 1, Code 11. 21 Senior Line Way, Apartment 1 on the code.
This is one busy entrance, I must say. This is a very busy entrance. One very busy entrance. Not bad. There's so many cars that come inside here. I'm not sure if they're just patients, visitors, or a combination of both. But it's a lot of people that come inside this hospital.
Detail that, Brigham. Go to channel 7.
You told the detail and Brigham to go to 7.
Detail at Brigham. Can you go up to channel 7?
We'll go up to channel 7 and see if they're talking.
Unlock. 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's asking him.
Six, 5, 4, 3. Lock.
Yeah, I guess he was asking him why his cruiser was parked over there. And then he came out and said, that's his cruiser. He was concerned about why the cruiser was... I was concerned too. Why the cruiser was parked over like that. Interesting though. What's going on, man? All right.